Hey, what's up? This is Preston with SLC Guitar, and in this video, we're going to be learning your first song, or I should say your first etude. An etude is a short song designed to teach you something. Now, these are super killer ways to build your skills in many areas and develop your coordination, two-hand synchronization, your picking, many things, and avoid those boring finger exercises. You know, the ones you see everywhere online where you do this like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, are we dying? So freaking boring. There's a time and a place for that, but in the overall scheme of things, that's so one-dimensional. I'm gonna teach you music, go figure, to actually learn the guitar. I know, this is crazy, right? Instead of like these boring finger exercises, okay? So we're gonna jump into this one, and this is the absolute best etude and best training song that I found to get someone who's totally beginning up playing a song, having some fun, building their memorization skills, whole bunch of things. We'll discuss them as we go. But yeah, let's get going. Okay, so we are on the first string on this song. And here's what I want you to do. We're going to play a 12. So remember, on the first string, go all the way up. And you really don't need to count every one because all guitars have something special on the 12th fret, such as mine says ESP, some have those two little dots. Maybe yours has two dots right there. That's that's the middle of the string, so besides the point. But here's a string, smack in the middle. There's 12. Okay. All right. So go ahead and play that one. 12, and then I want you to play 7, 8, 5. That's all we're gonna do for just a second. So we're gonna go like this. 12, 7, 8, 5. Got that? So go ahead and do that a couple times while I chat with you. You're going to be wondering perhaps what fingers to use. And again, in the beginning, it just depends from person to person, where I'll just either tell you right off the bat or let you mess around with it because I don't want to overload your brain. But if you want the fingers, you can use your ring finger there, and then first, second, first. In fact, I'll write them up. You must be able to play this from memory before we move on. So if you cannot play this from memory, if you're having to look at the screen, you need to pause this video, do it 10 times, just look at your hands. Remember, we're locked in here, lock in. Don't really care if you're picking down or up right now. Doesn't matter. So, okay, we're on to the second part. Now what you're gonna do is I am gonna add in 3 zeros here, like so. So it's gonna sound like this. Make sense? Nice and slow, and I was using alternate picking. I was going down, up, down, up, down. But it doesn't matter at this point. But if you're like trying to figure out what I was doing, that's what I did. But all I care is you get it memorized. We can discuss pick directions and all that stuff later. In fact, that's a very common thing that people do to, when they mess up, is they don't get the piece of music memorized. Because if you're always distracted by the music not being memorized, it's way too much of a brain overload to then think of which pick direction, where's my hand supposed to be. Just get it memorized, and we'll fix it once we get to that point. Okay, so you got this memorized, and I'm going to give you a little bit of music theory. Oh no, people get so nervous with music theory. Here it comes. What is going on? Okay, there's your music theory. When you see those things, this is called a sectional repeat. It basically just means you do it twice. Or you repeat. You repeat whatever's in the section. Simple, right? So, easy enough, right? And just a little side note, if you saw anything else up in music, like 4 times, you would do it 4 times, or 10 times, or whatever. It's not, you don't play it once plus 4, by the way. It's, if you saw like 4x, that means 4 total. But if there's nothing there, it's just 2. All right, so let's move on to the next section of our etude. So once again, do that 10 times. And the fingers that I want you to use first finger, first finger, first finger, third, first. Like so. 3, 3, 3, 5, 3. Easy enough? Now that that's memorized, we're going to add in some zeros. And notice the cadence that when I just said this, 3, 3, 3, 5, 3, that was important because we got a little hiccup right there. We have 3 zeros in between everything except for our little special section right there. Okay, so we are going 3, easy, right? 3, 0, 0, 0. See my wrist? Notice I'm not doing this. All right, so go ahead and work on that for a second. Again, I want at least 10 reps from memory. If you can't do that, or excuse me, if you, every time you have to look at it to remind yourself, plus 4 reps. All right, we got to get this to memory, and then everything else will start coming together. And here we go. This is the scary part. Everyone gets so nervous, but not you, because some more music theory. You do that thing twice. Okay, so now you can play section, my bad, section A, thank you very much, that's the first section, and then we're going to call this next part section B. Okay, so you should be able to play section A from memory. It should be slow, nice and even, that's what we're after, no going fast. Then section B, and then section A again. And then we'll play the whole thing here again in a second. Obviously, I played that just a little bit faster than what you're able to do right now, or I assume if you're just beginning. And I did that just to get through it, but that's what we're after. All right, moving on to the last section. We're going to go like this. 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, 3, 2, 0, boom, 3, 3, 0. And here's some more music theory. Boom. And boom. When you see something like that, thin line, thick line, that means the end, it's over, goodbye. All right? Now on this one, our strategy's not going to be the same before. Notice how I put the zeros in there? I need to write up the fingers I want you to use. First finger, first, second, first, second. This is going to be the hardest part of our etude because the movement's much quicker. So we're going like before, like da, and then nothing, ba. This one's going to be like okay, so your job is 10 reps on this one. Get it down, get it from memory, and I don't expect you to have this mastered by the end of the video, but I'm working you through it because I want you to get it. Okay, so there you have it. And that was section C. Okay, so there's your first etude, or at least your first etude with me, but we're going to play this whole thing from memory, and this is going to be a great song to build your memorization skills, your coordination and two-hand synchronization, moving up and down the neck, your eyes moving around, and it's going to be really good for you. And you probably noticed, but it's on the first string. I purposely didn't put it up on the sixth string for you or somewhere else because we're building your coordination and I'm setting you up for success, getting used to playing the guitar before we have to stretch all the way up here. There's so many ways that guitar players get mixed up. They instantly try to jump to the 6th string, and they haven't stretched out their hands. It takes time. I mean, it's more than just stretching them, right? It's playing the guitar and just getting your hands more fluid. But I'm setting you up for success with all this stuff so you can play, have some fun, play a song, and not have it be like, oh man, we can't even play the song because we can't stretch to get there, right? We also, just to recap, we learned a good finger numbers on this one, which fingers to use, some music theory, and my favorite part, the song is named Wasted Days. I thought it was hilarious when I wrote this one because it is kind of, sort of, just a little bit of a ripoff of a song called Wasted Years by Iron Maiden. Same notes. In fact, I'll play it for you. Let's see here. If you don't know the song, you should look it up. But yeah, so Wasted Days, and if you have an electric guitar, and if you turn on your distortion, we can rock this. Here we go. Okay, so I hope you thought that was a fun lesson, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and if you have any questions or anything that just wasn't clear, don't forget to make a comment in the comment section below. I'd be happy to help you. And if you, again, thought this was cool, I'll put a link in the description below to some of my premium content with some of our current offers where I have courses that I've created. There's practice tracks, there's videos, all sorts of things to completely set you up for success. The practice tracks, for example, are audio tracks to play along with the content at different speeds to train your coordination, your ear, your technique, everything, so that as you progress, it all comes together. All right, so I'll have that link in the description below, and don't forget to make a comment if you need any more help, and I'll see you in your next training.